フォーラム、開催に、先立ちまして、KNX 協会、これはベルギーにございますけれども、協会の、会長を、務めております、ハインズ・ラックス、ミスター・ラックスの方からスピーチをいただきたいと思います。彼もですね、2019年から3年ぶりに日本に来れたというところで、大の日本好きでございますが、ラックスの方から一言で済むかどうかちょっとあれですけれども、ご挨拶ともに、少し手短なそのプレゼンテーションをさせていただきたいと思います。Mr. Lux, welcome to Japan. We wait for you for last 3 years.
Yes.
Yeah, we are very happy to see you again.
Yes, mine.
Yeah, so Mr. Lux, please welcome.
Konnichiwa. Hello, good afternoon. My name is Heinz Lux. I would like to present you today the future of IoT in smart home and smart buildings. Buildings have become IP-driven, is the title of my presentation. First of all, if someone asks me what is IoT, I always show him this picture. This is the IoT world. Everything is connected together. It should be, but it isn't. This is just different technologies. They have to work together, but they are not. Let's talk about the buildings, because it's our main focus on buildings. Smart buildings, smart homes, buildings. Talking about the buildings in the past, you have to switch on, switch off the lighting, full stop. There was nothing more. In the meantime, today and tomorrow, we have different connectivity in the buildings. For the fireworks, for the fire protection, for the security, for the controlling of the buildings. We have different levels of controlling, also different connectivity with different lines. Talking about the timeline, before 2000 there was a simple building with connectivity switches and services managed on site. Something like 2010, building became more automated. It means systems with open building management solutions. Nearby, last few years, we got more remote building controls with centralized management tasks. But the future, that is the last picture, is a self-adaptive operation, where buildings talk together, they decide together what to do and how to do. But for this, we need kind of automation that is centralized. And the system talk somehow together. Today, we have already such solution. Everything is somehow in the cloud. You see sensors, edge devices, connect controllers, file panels, they are somehow connected to the cloud. Somehow they are already united, but they are not. If we're talking about the different systems available in the market, look back at KNX, Zigbee, FDNet, whatever you can add, all of them. All are different standards. They not only provide individual data, but also, and that's most important, different physical layers. In the future, and that is our focus, we need aligned information models and devices. We need system working on one physical panel, which is IP, because the most known network in that building. How to achieve that? Luckily and hopefully and happily, we have now IPPs. Not a new standard. It's not a new standard. It's connectivity between important standards like BACnet, Dredge, Open Connectivity, KNX, DALI, and CSA Mate. We came together not to build a new standard, but to promote smart home, smart building control, and one common level, which is IP. IP is Internet Protocol for Building Lighting Standards. That is IP. Once again, not a new organization, not a new standard, just marketing initiative to push into the world we need system and the one common level IP driven. So we have one network in the building, which is IP. That is the aim of this coming together initiative. This is on initiative. So let's talk together. Today you see we have elevators, energy, building access, different levels, different lines, different connectivity, different networks, all like together. A lot of cable in buildings. In each system is independent. We have the fire control, we have the security control, they're all working independent from each other. If we want to control them, we need a gateway, we need something that combine them, we need at least an IT structure. That's the future. This will result in a common, secure and IP-based infrastructure network. And this is already there, because IP is a common standard already everywhere. You're talking today about it. So, and what means we need no silos, we need no proprietary application, we need just one system to communicate together using cloud service, cloud computing, everything like that. And it is secure, that is the most important. You know, we're talking about cyber security as well. And it's combined to the IT infrastructure. The goal of this IP Please vision is simple: harmonization of access to an IP network with connected building automation products allowing data integration. That is the goal of our IP Please initiative. Not a new standard, not new technology, just one level. And what's the benefits? A lot of them. First of all, for all buildings we have one automation product driven on IP, IPv6. We have one security for all systems. We have support administration, one for all systems. And so on. There are many, many advantages if their buildings became IP and the system is told. Today, you know this picture. We have a lot of systems, we have a lot of gateways, a lot of infrastructure, a lot of administration. And it's all costs a lot of money. So, it might be easier if we then have one shared gateway for translate protocol into IP. Yes, that might happen. That might work, but it's not the solution. The solution is only if you have one unified network IP layer. One physical layer which is IP. And all those systems, they're still there. KNX, Backnet, Zigbee. Talking somehow together, working together, and one AP level, which is then the common infrastructure in smart home and smart buildings. We talk, or we're walking the path towards the environmental transition. We did a lot in order to make our buildings energy efficiency. Now we move more in the digital transition. We need a digitalization of our smart home and smart building, otherwise the administration and the infrastructure might be too difficult and too expensive. We're talking about the home and buildings, but our focus is changing now to the districts with buildings and homes in somehow area, and much more prominent city, because we're talking about grid or simple energy management. We will have to combine buildings and districts to a common infrastructure. Speaking about KNX, we have nearly 9,000 certified devices. They're all connected and interoperable together. We have the network architecture, we have IP, we have RF, we have twisted pair. We have all of them in one architecture. It goes without saying, KNX is sustainable, and we have the management. And we have the digital security with KNX Secure. Next step, and you see it's top of the top, we will need services based on this infrastructure given below. And just a side remark, it has to be secure, because cybersecurity for smart home and smart building is on the highest level. If there is any kind of unsecure system, buildings are lost. We have happily to say, and really good functionality for KNX Secure. It's a standard which is uses AES encryption authentication, and most important is already a worldwide standard, the only one worldwide standard for home and building control which is secure, proved by ISO-IEC. You see the commercial buildings with management station, edge devices, integrators. You see that all those well-known HomeKit and so on and so on. Below, you have still this non-IP KNX Classic, which works in many projects. No transforming into native IP communication. We have KNX LT, point API, and we have the connectivity to the IP world given by KNX IP third-party API, sorry. And together we will need a kind of semantic project export, which also is prepared and will be explained afterwards. So, why that all? Smart home, smart building become intelligent. The view is changing from inside, where we have everything under control somehow, to outside. There will be much more external applications as internal currently available. Smart home and smart building have to be also known by non-specialists. They have to understand KNX, for example, even if they don't speak in KNX. For them, we have this new semantic data. Semantic description of data will improve provision of data interoperability. If you see the building and you see this red frame, that will be taken care today. But the world is changing from inside to outside. There will be data and requirements which will, smart grid for example, will need from the building. We will need data from the building, additional data like weather and something like that. And we will give data to outside from the building, which is absolutely necessary if you're talking about districts or smart cities. We need data from their buildings. And that is my last sentence today. Services increasingly become a business model of the future. Controlling of buildings, smart homes, smart buildings, is already there. You do it, maybe most of you do it, or you want to do it. But no, it's the future. The oil of the future is data. Data offered by the buildings. And with this data, you will have new business. Business driven by IP-based buildings. For that, KNX already prepared technology. KNX LT is there. It's not a future, it's there, presented. We'll present it afterwards, today. And I kindly invite you to use this new technology for your future business. For more information, please contact us. I wish you a nice afternoon with many knowledge, and keep in mind, IoT-driven buildings, KNX IoT-driven buildings, is new business. Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Thank you, Lux. ちょっと質疑を皆様にお願いしたい前にですね、ちょっとだけサマリーというか、先日フランクフルトでこれも同じく久しぶりの開催にはなりましたけれども、ライト&ビルディングっていう、ヨーロッパでというか世界でも一番大きい、展示会として、照明とまたそれにまつわりますホームオートメーションやビルディングオートメーションの制御の展示会があったんですけれども、そこでも、今の一番の話題がこの KNX IoT でありました。それと、KNX協会が本国側のですね、ヨーロッパの KNX協会が定期的に発信してますウェビナー、ウェブでのセミナーなんかでも、最近の、一つのトレンドはこの KNX IoT を取り上げている、ところが非常に多くあります。正直言うとですね、日本の市場におきましてはまだまだKNX は、スタートラインとか発展途上なところが正直言ってありますけれども、ヨーロッパ市場のようにKNX がある程度ホームオートメーション、ビルディングオートメーションの一つのスタンダードに、なっているところにおきましては、それ以上の、その横の展開、広がりのスタンダライズをしていくときに、一番世界的にですね、スタンダードで通っているのがいわゆる IP、ネットワークのコミュニケーションであり、クラウドの接続といったところで、KNX もそれの一つの媒体、デバイスとして IP を介してその他のプロトコルであったりだとかシステムとの接続性を高めていくことによりまして、さらなる一つ上のビルディングオートメーションやホームオートメーションを目指していくっていったところの方向性をKNX協会の会長としてミスター・ラクスが今指し示していただけたというふうに思っております。すみません、ちょっと非常に長いものを非常に乱暴にまとめましたけれども、そういったメッセージを皆様と受け止められたらいいなと思っております。そんな中におきまして何かKNXの協会の会長としてでも、ね、いいんですけれども、何か一つ、質問とか、これは言っておきたいとか、そういうことがありましたら受け付けたいと思いますけど、何かございますか。はい、お願いします。はい、we have the Q&A question for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. It's very impressive. I'm curious about your vision in 2030. You said about collaborative building. I think it's a good concept.
Yeah.
Please explain the difference between smart building in 2020 and the collaborative building.
That you want the difference, or what would you want?
The difference and detail about the collaborative building.
It's simple. If you combine those old infrastructure with available today, I have to speak here.
Yeah.
If you combine the infrastructure you have today, the infrastructure is there. You have the fire connectivity administration, you have the protection, you have the security. You have to just to combine them in one IP-based network. And this IP-based network is already also there. You have data communication for your PCs and network. And you just have to combine all those smart home, smart building infrastructure also at this level. Then you have one line, one infrastructure, and don't have to have so many another cable. And that is possible with KNX IoT. Did I answer? No.
Okay, I understand the IP-based. I'd like to know about I can understand the integration into IP-based systems.
Correct.
But I think that is my understanding. That is smart building. Because in Japan, especially in Japan, they usually use backnet IPs or KNX IP. So what I'm just know about. I'd like to just know about the concept of the collaborative building.
Okay. You mean, first of all, backnet will stay, KNX will stay, Zigbee will stay. All systems, they have advantages. Backend management level, KNX more the field level, that will keep as it is. I'm just speaking about the physical layer. And that is the combination between, that is the link together. All the collaborating, they will still have their own advantage, all application level, everything will keep like is today. I don't replace now all this existing very good system, backend KNX, with one common system. That is not the issue of KNX IoT. KNX IoT is simple, give them all one layer and replace all the infrastructure, frankly speaking, the cables, with one cable which is existing and remove all other cables. That's maybe in this simple explanation.
Okay, it's good. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. どうもありがとうございました。尽きることはないと思いますので、後で、渾身の部分もありますので、ぜひお話しいただければと思います。そういった意味で、KNX IoT というのが一つの、これから、我々が理解していかなきゃいけないところだと思いますし、もっともっと身近になっていくことかと思います。